I swear not a week goes by when we don't see some kind of new or updated Kia. Only last week, in fact, we reviewed the EV5 electric MPV. Now you can click the link up there or see what we think in the description below. But right now, it's the turn of the EV5. Kia's pitching it as a kind of electric sportage, despite the fact that it doesn't have much in common with that car apart from its fundamental shape and size. But is it any good? Let's find out. I'm Richard Ingram, and this is Auto Express. So what we've got here is an alternative to cars like the Volkswagen ID4, the Skoda Enyaq, and of course the Tesla Model Y. At launch, all cars will get a single motor mounted to the front axle, producing around 215 horsepower, 0 to 62 miles an hour in around 8.5 seconds. And actually it feels pretty nippy, and grip is good as well. There will be an all-wheel drive model in time, as well as a flagship super spicy GT version. Now I say super spicy, it's only going to have around 300 horsepower, so it will be down on the Enyaq VRS. 0 to 62 miles an hour takes just over 6 seconds, so it won't be, well, the hottest thing in its class, but we're still excited to drive it. The usual choice of specs are available, so you get Air, GT Line and GT Line S, but there's a few little omissions on the base car, like you don't even get LED headlights, and you have to step up to the GT Line S to even option a heat pump. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem because we're doing around 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour. We haven't taken it super easy. Some of the route has been quite twisty, quite up and down as well, so you wouldn't expect it to be showering itself in glory when it comes to efficiency, but actually it's doing pretty well. That means compared to an official range of around 330 miles, we're doing almost 300. So yeah, that's pretty good in the scheme of things. And it's a really agreeable thing to drive. As I said, it's got decent grip, decent amount of power as well. It's also pretty quiet. Quality is decent as well. You've got this 3-screen infotainment system, so you've got the digital instrument cluster, you've got the main central screen here in the middle, and you've also got a small screen here in between the two which does the climate controls. It's a little bit obscured by the steering wheel. It's not a huge deal because you're probably not going to be fiddling with it all the time, but you do have to kind of look around it to see the temperature on the climate controls. The EV5 slots neatly into the family car class, so it does need to perform against those rivals like the Enyaq and the ID4 when it comes to space and practicality. Now, space in the rear seats is absolutely fantastic. Actually, this car's electric platform means that you are not struggling for knee room, for head room, for foot room, no matter which of the seats you are sat in. There's also a 543 litre boot, which is pretty decent, and a 44 litre frunk in the front. In terms of spaces to store your odds and ends, well, you've got a big centre console here with a nice wireless charging pad, a couple of cup holders, a big bin underneath the armrest, and actually loads more space down there by my feet. There is a danger, of course, that you fill it with loads of rubbish and, well, it never gets cleared out, but this is a family car after all. Quick note on charging as well, 150 kilowatt peak speed is, well, it's neither here nor there. It's not the best in the class, and it's certainly not the worst. 10 to 80% top up takes around half an hour, and of course, like all EVs, you'll be able to top up at home overnight. There are various drive modes, and you can flick through them using this button on the steering wheel: Eco, Normal, Sport, My Drive and Snow. And when you flick it into Sport, the seat actually pinches you and holds you in place. Nice little touch. I'm not sure how useful it is. You're not going to be flinging this thing through bends, but the regen as well, that's a really positive point and something we love about all Kia models, that you can just adjust it on the fly. So if you're coming up to traffic ahead of you, instead of hitting your foot on the conventional brake pedal, you can just flick down the regen and it'll slow you automatically. It does also, of course, have iPedal, so one pedal driving, and it'll bring you to a complete stop. Ultimately, a car like the EV5 doesn't have to dramatically move the dial. It just needs to be as good as its petrol or hybrid counterpart, and that is exactly what the EV5 is. Strong range, strong efficiency, practicality and more. This one, it kind of does it all. If you're in the market for an ID4 or an Enyaq, try one of these first.